Before the lights, before the crowds, before the glory, there was only ice. And from the ice, legends were born. Hockey was never just a game. It was a battleground. A war fought on frozen ground where only the strongest endured and the weak were left to freeze. It began with eight teams, 8 warriors who carved their names into history with steel blades and frozen breath. These were the pioneers, the fearless, the ones who built an empire from ice and sweat. In the West, the warriors were built for endurance, strength, and sheer willpower. From the untamed wilds of the Pacific Northwest, the British Columbia bison charged onto the ice. A force of nature, they didn't outskate their opponents, they crushed them. They were the immovable object, the unstoppable stampede. Then came the Alberta armadillos. They were a different breed, adaptable, unbreakable, a team with defense so tight, so impenetrable that even the fastest offenses would crash and burn trying to break through. From the vast plains of Saskatchewan rose the big horned sheep. They didn't just play the game, they crashed through it like a battering ram. Their style was relentless, their hits thunderous. If you heard the sound of skates coming, it was already too late. And then the Utah Pharaohs. A team born from the sands, but hardened by the ice. They weren't just players, they were rulers. Every move calculated, every play a masterpiece of strategy. They didn't just win games, they commanded them. But in the East, the game was different. Faster, smarter, more chaotic. This was where the ice was faster and the game more skillful, more tactical. The Quebec Condors, a team that soared above the competition. Fast, elusive, deadly with the puck. They played like shadows, never where you expected them to be, striking before you could react. Then came the Ontario Outlaws, the rebels, the rule breakers. They played with fire, skated with fury, and hit harder than anyone else in the league. If you stepped onto their ice, you stepped into enemy territory. The New York Monarchs, hockey royalty. They weren't just playing to win, they were playing to dominate. Every move was perfect, every pass precise. They held themselves above the rest, and when they stepped onto the ice, you knew you were in the presence of something greater. And finally, the Maine Monsters. No team was feared more. They were the storm in the night, the terror in the corners. They came from the cold, and they left their opponents colder. For years, these 8 teams built a dynasty, a league of warriors locked in battle season after season. And with every clash, the legend grew, until the world could no longer ignore them. But legends never stay confined. The league had grown too powerful, the battles too fierce, the world demanded more. And so, the gates opened. 4 new challengers emerged, each hungry to carve their own legacy into the ice. In the north, a team from the smallest province in the nation, the Prince Edward Island Crabbers. What they lacked in size, they made up for in tenacity. A relentless swarm, they played every game like it was their last. From the mountains, the Colorado Pride stormed onto the scene. Bold, unyielding, built for the high altitudes and higher expectations. They skated like they were carving down a mountainside, fast, fearless, and always ready to drop into the fray. And then there was Texas. Big, bold, unapologetic. The Texas Tumbleweeds rolled into the league with a brand of hockey as wild as the frontier they came from. And from the east, a new force of mystery and misdirection, the Massachusetts Magicians. A team built on deception, illusion, and perfect execution. The league had grown. 2 conferences, 4 divisions, a new battlefield. But the war for hockey supremacy was far from over. The league flourished, the crowds grew louder, the rivalries burned hotter, but there was still more to come. The world wanted more, and the league was more than happy to oblige. 4 more teams entered the fray, each bringing their own brand of chaos. From the frozen heart of the prairies came the Manitoba Moose. Towering, powerful, unshakable. They didn't just take hits, they absorbed them, shook them off, and kept coming. Out west, a new star ignited. The California Comets. Speed and fire, a team built for spectacle. They didn't just play for the win, they played for the show, dazzling fans and leaving their opponents in the dust. From the Atlantic's edge, where the fog rolls thick and the waves crash hard, came the Newfoundland Ghost Ships. They weren't just a team, they were an omen. Silent but relentless, they played with an eerie calm. And from the south, the Knights rose. The South Carolina Black Knights. Discipline, strategy, and the unbreakable will of warriors. Clad in armor, wielding their sticks like swords, they fought for every inch of ice. Now the league stood at its peak. 16 teams, 16 warriors, 16 battlefields of ice and fury. But the higher the climb, the harder the fall. For years, the league reigned. The rivalries became the stuff of legends. But legends don't last forever, and history is unforgiving. Viewership waned. The fire that once burned so bright began to flicker. And so, the league made a choice to start over, to burn the old empire to the ground and build anew. A complete reset. Every player, every champion, every hopeful, every legend thrown into the fire of a fantasy draft. No more dynasties, no more untouchables. A fresh start, a new war. Remember your histories, but it is time to build a new one. And in the midst of it all, a single team will rise from the north. The Manitoba Moose are no more. From the icy peaks of the Yukon, something new emerges. Something fierce. Something unstoppable. The Yukon Unicorns. A symbol of power, of grace, of the impossible made real. And they will be mine. This is where the new era begins.
The order was set, and honestly, I was happy with 10th. I was really just hoping it would be high enough to take my guy.
I can get my guy that I want. Where is he? Come to Papa. There we go. Perfect. Absolute cornerstone gem to work your franchise around.
The first round and a bit went as expected. There was no shockers. But me, I was struggling to decide where I wanted to go.
See, my plan was to go young, but when you can pick up Aho, Marner, Nylander, Robertson. Oh, I want to go Robertson, I think.
But after a bit of searching, somebody caught my eye.
Timmy Stu would be crazy. That would be 2 years where they're both just cracked, but that's another center. Which doesn't necessarily work here.
After a bit more debating, I made up my mind.
And Stu's 22. Take Stu. The fact he's still here is crazy. I'm taking Timmy Stu. The 7 years at 8 mil, he's gonna be nasty. Welcome to the squad. Now we have to wait a little bit till our next pick.
The third pick was a no-brainer.
I think it's Mo Sider. That's what I was looking for originally. Sider.
Now this fourth pick, I heavily debated. And I mean heavily. I want you to let me know if you think I made the wrong decision. Although you can hear my disappointment when I find out that both of the other options were gone.
Oh, please be there, please be there. One of the two, one of the two, one of the two. Nah. Both gone. Fair.
But a quick pivot was all it took? Actually, it wasn't quick at all, but we got there. And finally rounded out our top D pairing. I was really happy with how the first 6 rounds had gone. All young, solid studs ready to bring multiple cups to the Yukon. The next rounds focused on rounding out the squad and drafting a goalie. We got the goalie taken care of, and then I started going after prospects. When I was satisfied that we would have the #1 ranked prospect pipeline, I started going for the depth guys. After drafting 27 members to the squad, I let my assistant GM handle the rest and simmed the last few rounds. Overall, I was happy with my draft. I got lots of the guys I wanted and only missed out on a few. But as soon as it was over, I wasted no time looking to make improvements. We were able to add a few guys in the free agency, but also missed out on a few. And without further ado, it is time to introduce you to the opening day roster for your Yukon Unicorn.
4th line, Monahan, Strome, Duclair. Absolutely solid 4th line. Muck it up in your corners. Play some defense. Be called on when you need. Absolute studs down here. Absolute studs down here. 3rd line, Logan Couture. Logan Couture and Jeff Skinner basically are here to mentor all the young guys, and Jamie Benn and Monahan. That's their job. We got like a bunch of solid young guys on this team, and that's their job. But like these two playing with Benson, who's got a lot of creativity, just as much with Skinner. They're both smaller guys, so he's going to be able to help out there. And then Couture's just got the muck it up in your corners that he's going to give to him. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. And then this line might be my favorite. Nah, the first line's my favorite, but this line's nasty. Rossi, Gunther, and Ben. Pretty good. We'll see how much Ben's going to regress because he's old now, but if he stays 85 all year, this could be a crazy line. But this line is the bread and butter of the team. Bedsy, Stutzla, and Svech. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 19-year-old stud. 22-year-old stud. So forwards look pretty good. I'm happy with our firepower, and I think our ability to play defense with the forwards, I think, is pretty good. So onto the defense. We have two absolute cannons up front. Oh my god, Lane Hutz is going to be disgusting, and Siner's already disgusting, so that's wonderful. And then we got Gerard and Shabbat, a little bit, Gerard's just mid-age, he's peaking right now, but Shabbat's a little bit older. I guess he's only a year older, never mind, they're both peak. They're both going to be here for a couple more years playing solid defense. And then the two shut down, hit you hard, shove a fucking foot up your ass, Grizzlick and fucking Orlov. These two are weapons out there. They're going to block shots, they're going to hit, they're going to get the puck out. I like our defense. And then in net, Askarov's going to be our starter because I want him to develop, and I think he's good enough to be our starter. And then Fleury, backing him up. He'll get a couple games here and there. He's still an 84. He's old, but he's still an 84. He's going to give you saves when he's called upon. And he's the perfect mentor for Askarov. So all in all, I think we have a really great squad on the NHL side of things.
I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I hope you guys liked my little intro movie that I made for the league. I had a lot of fun putting that together. I also had a lot of fun creating all the teams, making all the jerseys and stuff. I'm so excited for you guys to see them as the season and the league sort of goes on. I made alternates for everybody. Everybody's got a mascot, so I'm really excited for you guys to see that, and I'm really excited to carry this league on. In the next episode, we'll have the first season all the way up until the trade deadline. So if you have any players you think I should go after, anybody on the squad you want me to get rid of, let me know. Drop it down in the comments. I hope you guys are excited for this as I am. I can't wait to bring an episode of these every week. If you want them to be longer, let me know. I'm thinking around 20 minutes will be good. I can probably get about half a season through in each of the episodes is what I'm thinking. If you want longer, just let me know. I can up it to, I could probably put a full season in an episode. But you guys let me know. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Peace.